Well, hello and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy Reviewers video. We're going to be looking at Datacron Set 18, No Mercy. I don't know why ads keep popping up over here and it's starting to piss me off. Anyways, so these stats that are going to be being boosted are crit damage, potency, health, protection, crit chance, health, steal, and tenacity. I guess they finally caught on to the fact after how many sets of just defense being boosted, people are kind of tired of it. Now the issue is going to be how are people going to be dealing with set 17? Obviously, you're going to have to use set 17 against it with armor pin or resistance pin really to deal with it. So there's the stats that are being boosted. For our alignments, we got light side and dark side. So Siege is getting extremely lazy with these. You're going to be seeing some repeats, but just now for inversed alignments, like light side allies, whenever they use special, they gain evasion up, health steal up, and health up for 2 turns. Whenever they gain a buff, they recover 2% health protection. Whenever they start their turn with at least 3 buffs that can be dispelled, they gain tenacity up for 2 turns. They start the battle with protection up for 2 turns, which is 20%. I mean, we've seen that one quite a bit, let's be completely honest. Whenever light side ally inflicts a debuff on enemy to deal extra 2% max health damage. We've seen that one quite a bit. You know, it's kind of like, can you guys think of anything else at this point? And then dark side, we see the return of the tank ally revive with, 100% health recovery, resetting their cooldowns, getting a bonus turn. We see this one again whenever a dark side ally, they'll be gaining 10% TM whenever an ally or enemy is defeated, which we have in set 17 right now. This one's actually good to see the return of, I guess. At the start of encounter, dark side allies gain 15% max health and max protection for each other dark side ally. 15% TM gain on specials. And whenever they critically hit people, they gain 2% health. Not the best, but like the rest of them are all pretty good. Light side ones are also pretty good if you do the specials, gaining all the buffs. Maybe protection up will be beneficial for some, but like this one's not really, doesn't really seem to be like light side oriented like set 17 is, but like it seems to be more dark side oriented, which is fine with me. Now for the actual factions. I haven't read through these yet, so I have no idea. We've got Mercenary, Unaligned Force User, and Old Republic. So of course we're going to be seeing the return of Seer teams on defense probably. We're going to be seeing a lot of Reba teams, and probably some shenanigans with Rey. So my ranting about not when you see Rey get boosted with the next set is immediately proven wrong. So let's look at the mercenaries first. Start of each of their turns, they gain 2% offense equal to the number of stacks of Soldier of Fortune they have, and so they are defeated. Well, that's lovely, and whenever an enemy attacks out of turn, they take bonus true damage, which cannot be evaded and cannot defeat them. Alright then, that's pretty good, because, Soldier of Fortune is not just limited to Bale and Shin and Merrick, it's to all of the mercenaries, so that's good for everyone. Whenever mercenary inflicts a debuff on an enemy turn, they deal bonus damage equal to 10% of that enemy's max health, which can't be evaded. Oh, stuns on special for mercenary allies. Lovely, we'll be seeing a lot of that. We'll also be seeing at the start of the first turn, they gain offense to 400% of the current defense when they lose 50%. Which, I mean, yeah, people will be using that, especially What even are the mercenaries? I don't remember who or what is tagged mercenary at this point. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got Han, Jedi Knight Cal would probably like that. Missions Albar, Kyle Katarn, a lot of the bounty hunters. Oh, Dr. Afra as well. I don't know if you really benefit from that one, honestly. Zam, Young Lando, Vandor. So I mean, looks like the Dash team's really going to get a boost there with that if they want to do the offense boost, as opposed to like gaining 2% offense for the stacks of the number, or like Soldier of Fortune. Does he even get Soldier of Fortune or no? I don't think he does. I'd have to look back at the listing of who all got that tagged. And also the last one, they gain Retribution for 3 turns at the start of the battle, which can't be dispelled. Honestly, the offense boost, stuns on specials, and the 2% offense boost for each stack of Soldier of Fortune will be good. Also, just maybe having this on a team that has like attack at a turn teams that can destroy them, because being able to do true bonus damage to people that attack at a turn against you is wild to have, especially on defense. So that'll be greatly beneficial to the mercenaries. Probably, I don't know if they'll help the bounty hunters as much, because bounty hunters are more used on offense against Vader and such, but like maybe something with Dash and Hondo, and maybe a Karth team. We may see a resurgence of Karth and Aussie. I don't really know, but I guess time will tell. Online Force users, whenever light side or dark side online Force users critically hit enemy, dispel all debuffs on themselves, and they gain 5% CM. Whenever a dark side or light side UFU uses a special ability against an enemy with at least 3 debuffs, they reduce the enemy's max health by 5%. Whenever they use a special, so whenever dark side or light side UFU uses a special ability, when they have at least 3 buffs that can be dispelled, they gain 5% max health. So you'll probably be seeing that quite a bit with Revo teams. I imagine basically every Revo team will be running that, because let's be honest, that is a little busted as it is, because they love thriving off of debuffs. Starkiller teams might like that as well, if you can get the buffs rolling pretty frequently with them, especially if you have anything with the alignment for, like, you know, buffs on specials for light side characters. I mean, there's nothing really for dark side to get buffs that way, but I mean, you know, it'll still be beneficial for Starkiller as well. Let's see, whenever debuff on an enemy expires, UFU allies gain 2% potency and tenacity, stacking until the end of battle. First time it drop below 50% health to gain damage immunity for a turn and gain health steal up for 2 turns. Whenever, they gain damage immunity for 2 turns at the start of the battle, which cannot be copied. And whenever they defeat an enemy, they take a bonus turn. I mean, maybe you can make something work with the stacking potency and tenacity whenever debuffs expire, but I feel like most teams will run this for the online Force users. I don't really know what to wait and see, because it seems very for the level 6 rolls for online Force users. Now, Old Republic, whenever they defeat someone, they refresh the cooldown of all Old Republic allies. Whenever they grant buffs to another ally, that ally gains 10% TM, limited once per turn per ally. Whenever they recover health, they recover protection equal to the amount of health recovered, and they can only do this once per turn, and they can't recover protection if their health was full. First time to drop below 50% health, they reduce their cooldowns by 1 and gain 10% TM. This is probably the best one. Whenever they target another ally with ability in their turn, they gave 5% defense, max health, max protection, and often stacking until the end of the battle. Wow, these Old Republic ones really suck. I mean, the stacking stats will be good. Maybe if you can get someone killed, this will be beneficial for Old Republic allies, but like, who even all is Old Republic? There's not a lot of Old Republic characters. We really need more. It's literally Jedi Knight Revan's Unlock team, Canderous, and Swordy. Yeah, I don't think that's really going to be beneficial for refreshing the cooldowns of all your allies if you can't get anyone killed. Wow, they really dropped the ball with these level 6 rolls. I guess they didn't want to put as much emphasis on them this time. I don't know. Characters. Oh boy, who do we have here? We got a lot of people. Jolie, whenever another ally attacks during his turn, Jolene, that ally gains 25% TM, limited once per turn. Oh, Mara has her returning Datacron at the start of any non-Emperor Palpatine ally's turn. She gains a stack of Loyal Hand. Whenever an ally with less than 100% TM gains TM, they gain 3% critical chance and crit damage stacking for a turn. And whenever an enemy is afflicted with shock, they take damage equal to 10% of their max health. You'll definitely want that one. Cartho Nasi. I think we've had his one before. Let's see. He gets 100% max health, max protection, and potency, and he gains 15% TM whenever another character ends their turn. Whenever he uses a basic, he attacks 2 more times, which is deadly, especially with his basic applying dots, I think is what it is. Let's see. Cartho Nasi. What does his basic do? Yep, it inflicts dot for 2 turns, so that's 3 dots, and people will be assisting at a turn to do that. Whenever an Old Republic ally resists a debuff, they dispel all buffs on debuffs. They dispel all debuffs on themselves, and gain 10% tenacity stacking. basically never going to land any debuffs on them from the looks of that. Whenever they're dazed, they spell it. Whenever they spell dazed to gain 15% TM. Wow. Whenever he's special, he triggers the damage of all damage over time debuffs on enemies. That is ridiculous. And whenever an enemy is defeated, he gains 25% offense and critical damage stacking until the end of the battle. His cooldowns are reset, and he gains 100% TM. Well, I hope people have Carthanasi worked up from the crate raid, because you will love that Datacron. That is ridiculously good. Juhani, whenever she loses taunt, she removes 50% TM from all enemies. And you may be able to pull something off with the Jedi having that, or with her. I don't know. Unless you're running Juhani with Starkiller, you're going to be running the Maracron anyways, so. Great Inquisitor, while he's active, Inquisitorious allies are immune to fear. Oh, great. It's the return of. We're really going to see the return of Rebel Walls in Territory War and Grand Arena. Because they'll be immune to fear and stun, and whenever an ally or enemy is defeated, they gain 50% TM, damage unity for a turn, which cannot be copied, and their cooldowns are reset. Alright then. No thank you. I mean, I'll be going for it, but still, no thank you. Kylo Ren has 5% max health protection for Relic Campfire level, and damage received is decreased by 15%. T3, whenever he uses the basic on his turn, other allies gain 25% TM. Django has the damage reflection cron. It will reflect 20% of the damage back to the enemy back to the attacker as 2 damage, and it can defeat them. Dengar, whenever an enemy takes a turn, he takes a bonus turn. During his bonus turn, he deals 100% more damage. This bonus turn cannot trigger this effect on enemies. That's definitely going to be beneficial to have, because most people have Dengar worked up anyways from the Executor days, and probably working up for the Punishing one if you don't have the Executor already. But that'll be really good for bounty hunters. Let's see, 8th Brother, at the start of his turn, he has a 20% chance to gain 50% defense pen for a turn. Not really mentionable. Hondo's one you'll probably want to grab. Whenever he uses the basic, he gains 9 additional stacks of ransom, protection up 100% stack for 2 turns, and reduces cooldowns by 1. So you definitely will want Hondo's if you have them worked up anyways for Dr. Aphra. Oh, Starkiller has one. Whenever an ally uses an ability on their turn, he will assist, dealing 50% more damage. Ooh, are you going to want that one or the Mara one for a Starkiller team then? I mean, you could go for both, because you could put Starkiller in with like Seer if you're going to run him against Rey, and that'll be beneficial to have. And then you can still have Mara's one for like her, Palpatine, and maybe like Darth Vader or something. For like 3v3 and all that. Or a Sing, whenever an enemy is stunned, she takes a bonus turn. Okay, the first time Maul is defeated, he's revived 100% health, gains health over time, 75% for 2 turns, and takes a bonus turn. Definitely want that one, because why would you not want to have a Datacron for Maul? Swordy's returns with, while she's active at the start of her turn, you apply spare parts to all of the droid allies who do not have it, and whenever droid allies gain spare parts, they gain 25% off its stacking for the rest of the encounter, and whenever a droid ally is defeated, you dispel all debuffs on Swordy. So you definitely want that if you plan on running a full Swordy team like her as lead. You know, definitely something you want. Missions, whenever she gains stealth, she recovers 100% protection. That will be pretty troll, but you're not really going to be running that unless you're running a mission with like maybe Dash Rendar. I almost said Render, that's not the right name. Dash Rendar. Because Carthanasi is way better than that. Shin. She gains 50% TM whenever another ally uses a special ability on the turn. Might as well get that if you're working on Shin for Balin Rex. Terran Malicos. At the start of the battle, it's the same one from whenever his Conquest cycle ended. He gains 5 stacks of the Edge of Madness and 3 stacks of Resilient Defense, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And the first time he gains 20 stacks of Edge of Madness, he gains a bonus turn and his cooldowns reset. Definitely want to get Terrans, because if you're not running the Terran one, or the Starkiller one, you're really going to be missing out with a lot of stuff for Seer. Zalbar's, he gains 20% defense for each Old Republic ally, and whenever another Old Republic ally uses a special ability, oh wow, he recovers 20% health and protection, and inflicts a stack of damage over time for 2 turns on all enemies, which cannot be evaded. Again, not bad, but you'd probably still want Carthanasi's over Zalbar's. So my final thoughts for this set, pretty garbage. Aside from some pretty troll level 6 rolls that could possibly be issues like stacking offense from mercenary allies and being able to do true damage to people that attack out of turn, you'll definitely want that. Stuns on specials, duh. 400% offense gain, you'll want that. Unaligned force users, big long-winded one. Maybe you could pull something off potency and tenacity stacking. I really want to go for it though. Old Republic, I have no idea because I have no plans on getting any of them. I'll probably just end up rolling them regardless of the fact. But I mean, maybe the stacking stats, maybe, or getting the protection recovery equal to the amount of health you recover. I don't know. Level 9 rules, obviously, Mara Karth, Grand Inquisitor, Dengar, Hondo, Starkiller, Maul, Sortie, Shin, Terran, maybe Zalbar, but like, honestly, the big ones will be Terran, Sortie, maybe Maul. Starkiller won't be bad. Hondo is a good one to definitely go for. Grand Inquisitor, Carthanasi, and Mara, he definitely will go for as well. But, I mean, I'm also happy the stats aren't the most highlighted thing of this set because, you know, crit damage, you know, not a bad thing to have boosted. Potency, it'll help. You can go with that for like Old Republic. Health protection is good for everyone. Crit chance will be good for a lot of teams. Health steal as well. Tenacity will be good for the Night Sisters if you're going to run that. If you're not running like a Morgan Elsbeth or, you know, any of those Datacrons for that team, but it'll be good to keep the Great Mothers alive once their Datacron goes away around Christmas. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, let me know what y'all think of this Datacron set in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your day.